Hi again, welcome to another video, and I'm up the unit trying to sort out my Mercedes Sprinter side loading door. It's very rusty and I need to replace quite a lot of the bottom half of it. So I've been up here today making patches and trying to work out how I'm going to go about it. The new inner panel has turned up now. So I'm hoping to sort of cut that about and make that fit, because that's for the left-hand drive van. And on the left-hand drive van, the sideline door's on the other side, so everything's opposite. But I can use parts of it to fix my door. So what I'll do, I'll turn you around and we'll have a look at the door and what I'm gonna do about it. So today I've been making the patches to fit in there. One to go in there as well, and one down the side there. I'm gonna probably replace that bit as well, but at the moment, I really need to keep that as it is. When I fit them bits, I might cut that bit out then. But these are the bits I've done. They are a bit rusty, surface rust, but it's good metal, so I'll just grind them down. That bit fits in there. Might be the wrong way around. Yeah, it is. That bit fits in there like so. And then I've made this bit that fits down there. And I've done the little kink bit in it. Same sort of profile as that. I have to trim the side of that off because that wraps around, but I just left more than enough, so I could just cut down there and bend that over when I've sorted it. And I've just finished this one, well, more or less. I've still got to cut a bit out there. I'm going to try and keep that bit in there because there's a bit that bolts to that sort of locates the door, and I don't really want to interfere with that unless I really have to. So I think I could just sort of weld round that because it's not too bad round there. And then that'll go in like that. So yeah, when that's all cut out and welded in, that will make a good solid job of that. Same with them other two bits I showed you down there and there. So now it's another day and I'm back on the Sprinter van. I've cut all that out now, all the rot. And I've left that piece in with the two captive nuts in that holds like a little locator piece on. That fits into there. So all this plate is now cut and it fits in quite nicely. I might have to do a little bit of trimming, but I am ready to weld this in now. I'll weld the top in for a start, then I'll weld it in down to probably about there. I'm not sure whether the other piece I'm going to sort out for the bottom part will go higher. I think it will, so I won't weld this piece all the way down yet, but that will strengthen it up a lot then. Then I'm going to get that one in and then that one in. So from there upwards, should be pretty solid then. I think I mentioned earlier in the video, I'm going to replace that. I will do because it's pretty pitted, but I want to get all this solid first. Then I can just cut that out and fit a new piece in there. I think it's okay around there. So yeah, I think that'll be quite a quick fix there. So yeah, I'm gonna just get the welder set up and get this in. I'll get Laura to film a little bit of it. And yeah, we can have that part done. So we have that plate in now. You saw me welding a bit down the bottom, and now I've gone round there. I've kept that piece in there like I said, and then I've welded all the way around, just a little bit there to do still. And that fits in okay-ish. I'm gonna have to just grind them welds down there and maybe just tap it in with a hammer, but we've got that about right. So I'm just gonna do that now, and then I'm gonna move on to that piece down there and that piece in there. So I've moved on a little bit further. I have that plate in there. and I've bent it around the side. The gap isn't too bad. I had to remake this one. The one I made before, I made a mistake and I cut back too far that way, so I couldn't fit it in. What happened, I ground some out and I ground into some of the metal, and then when I marked it to cut it, I did it wrong. So I had to make this new piece, which was a bit annoying, but it's gone in there quite nicely. I've just tacked it, and the line down there looks pretty good to me. It's only a work van at the end of the day. It's not like it's a classic car or anything that's got to be mint condition. This door's just got to be solid and look tidy. So when I've done that, I'll show you how it's all connected in the inside, the bit I did earlier, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So I've made a bit more progress. You just see me put that patch in. I've got that all bent round the corner. The gap down there is okay. The door was rubbish to begin with. It really was rubbish. I've bought the repair panels I can. I can only do my best with it, and I don't want to spend hours and hours and hours on it. But I think it's shaping up pretty well. I have got it a bit hot welding that. It's going to have filler in there anyway, so it's not a huge problem. It is a little bit warped along the bottom there, but I think that'll all pull into place when I put the bottom panel on. I'll have to be a lot more careful when I'm welding that on, but these bits I'm not so fussed, because it was always going to need a bit of filler in there anyway, so that's okay. That keeps blowing out up there. I said I was going to replace it. I think I'm going to probably cut that piece out and that piece and just replace all of that. Inside it isn't looking too bad. I've still got to do some grinding, and when I fix that bit there, I'll have to tidy up round there. But I folded that piece in. It's holding okay. I have gone thicker metal than it had before, so when I folded it round, it's going to always be thicker, and it is slightly curvy around there, but I can probably bang it straight. That still needs adjusting, so I might have to pack that out to bring that straight or do something with that, but that isn't a huge problem. At the bottom, I've still got to sort that piece out at the bottom. I had to cut a piece out there because that bit that goes at an angle there, along that line there, it wouldn't sort of sit flat above. So I've cut that out, so I've got to tidy up and do something with that. But I've got that in, that strengthened it up a lot. So you've just seen me grinding welds down, and I have just test fitted the outer lower panel, and it fits pretty well. I have to do some more bits and pieces on the outside to fit it, but yeah, that's not going too bad at all. And obviously I've got a lot of work on the inner panel to do. So one of my next jobs is to start thinking about this inner panel, and that's the bit that's bothering me a little bit, because I've got to get that in the right place because the bottom runner bolts to it. So I think I have to use this piece here and weld it on to the new inner panel. But like I mentioned before, the inner panel is for the other side. So there's going to be some cutting about and moving stuff around and that. But now I have got that lip down to there, and that's all good there. But at some stage I will actually take the door off altogether when I've got everything in line. And then I can have the preparation for paint and all that. And I can work on some of the bits on a bench rather than inside, because some bits I've got to weld like along the bottom of the door from the inside, and I'm not going to be able to do that without taking the door off. But I just want to get everything in place where I want it first, and then yeah, I can finish the welding with the door off. So for this video, I'm going to leave it here. I've made some progress. I've got that strengthened up nice now, nice and strong. So I'm working my way down the door. But I've still got to replace that little bit there. I'm just not happy with how it's pitted there. So while I'm at it, I'm just going to put a piece in there and a piece in there. And then we'll be on to the inner panel then. And then once we've sorted that, it's not going to take too long to get this door back into a solid state and ready for some bodywork to be done on it. So I hope you've enjoyed this part, and I'll be along with the next part soon. So thanks for watching, and bye for now.